Good morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, on this beautiful, gorgeous, glorious, it is a humid and hot, but all the wise, still glorious day. Because guess what? Somebody out here may be saying, well, why is it glorious? Well, you're here, ain't it? That's your first blessing. You still here. Somebody can't say that because somebody is not here at this point in time. I ain't talking about just physical. I ain't talking about just listening in to the weekly encouragement. There's somebody that didn't rise this morning. That's your first blessing. That's the first blessing. The fact that you still here. Then the activities to move around. The activities to breathe on your own, to see, to hear, to feel. Come on now. There's some things in life that we take for granted. And you don't realize it ain't always the big things. It's the small and little things that matter. That's why I said it's a great day. Because at the end of the day, you see what I see? You see what I see? There's a beam right there. There's a beam, that sunbeam coming in off of my face. Do you see? Do you see what I see? That's the glory. That's the blessing. That's the natural. That is the sun himself shining through the natural sun onto me, which is also shining onto you. But there's also, as I've already stated, because this is not by itself. The natural sun ain't coming out by itself. It is coming with the help of the spiritual sun. And that's where the favor is. That's where the overflow is, as I told you last Sunday. That's where it lies. And that's what you want. That's what's waiting for you, and that's what you want. I mean, let's just ask somebody today. Anybody out there still want the overflow? Anybody want the glow? From the glory to shine and rain down on you? Anybody want that? I got something for you today. And this is a triple one that I got today. This is to motivate and encourage somebody today and tell them what to do to get what you have been desiring for so long. Somebody needs this motivation. Somebody needs this booster today, this empowerment today. And I'm going to give it to you and tell you how to go about doing it. Because you're closer than you think. It's not as far away from you as you imagine. But you can't let the enemy come in, as my big brother said during this second round revival he had this week. You can't let the enemy come in and get your mind. That's what the enemy is trying to do. Because he don't want you to see what literally is around the corner. Not down the road, not on the other side, what's literally around the corner. Within a few steps of you is the next opportunity. But you see what I see? Let's listen in. Let's dive in. Let's go into this. I'm gonna go straight into it right now, so you can see what I mean. But be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful that you're here and that you can see and receive the blessings, and then be willing to receive the overflow. I'm about to tell you where the overflow is at. But I'm just a messenger. Are you willing? Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's see how bad do you want it. So, if I had to give this weekly encouragement, this weekly empowerment, should I say, motivational, a title, it would simply be Sow It and speak it. It won't always be like this. Let that resonate. Let that resonate, and I'm going to tell you again. Let me repeat it for you. Catch it while you can. Sow and speak it. It won't always be like this. Okay, somebody today may be listening and tuning in and saying, well, Dr. Charity, what do you mean by, so what do I sow? What are you talking about sowing? So what? I'm glad you asked. You sow the seed. Somebody else may be saying, well, Dr. Charity, what do you speak? How do you speak anything into existence if it ain't nothing to show for it? If it ain't nothing to prove that it's actually going to manifest? How do you do that? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. You just speak it into existence. That's all you do. But enough about that. Let's dive in. Those who wants to know, let's dive in. Let's tune in. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Let's dive in right now. So I was meditating this week. Meditating while working, trying to work on other things while going and support my big brother in the second round of a revival. And the Spirit just dealt with me. I told you this past week was celebration week. Me and mine hit a milestone, and I could already tell when we got to that milestone, the enemy was not happy. The enemy came my direction like a flood. But I did get, the Spirit spoke when I tuned in and was listening to Pastor Jamal Bryant on Tuesday night. And Pastor Jamal Bryant gave a scenario of how he desired some popcorn one night and went and put the popcorn bag in the microwave and was popping it, and said how the Spirit dealt with him and asked him, what is that in the microwave? He's like, popcorn. The Spirit asked him, said, okay, but what is it in the microwave? What did you just put in the microwave? Is that popcorn? Pastor Jamal Bryant said he responded back to the Spirit, no. The Spirit told him, said, go take it, go open up the microwave and go take it out. He took it out, and the Spirit asked him again, is that popcorn? He said, no, sir. And the Spirit left him alone. He said the Spirit was telling him, you desired popcorn, so you went to get the corn kernel because your mind had already accepted, once I put this bag in the microwave and give it some time, that I'm going to get popcorn. It's going to go in as corn kernels, but it's going to come out as popcorn. And the Spirit was telling him, you just sow the seed. You sow the seed and speak it into existence, and it shall come to pass. Ooh, I heard that, and I immediately felt that one. I felt that all in my shanana. Do you feel that one? Sow the seed, and because of your mindset, or should I say it the way I've been saying it all year, due to your faith, you shall receive that which you've already put into. The main thing to do, sow into it. You got to sow into it. Let me go to the next level. So, Pastor John Hanna talked about, he came on Thursday and talked about how what people see in you now, the title that they see, the image that they see, is only the position. This is nowhere near the destiny that you are entitled to, and that you are being brought to according to the will of God, according to his purpose. Where you're at and where you're going to always be. I felt that one. And then when I went to the revival, my brother came around and said, look, where this time next year, you going to be in a whole different aspect. You ain't going to be nowhere near where you at on this very day. Remember and keep in mind, because next year, this time, you are not going to be where you at. Ooh, what I heard my brother say that. I said, uh-oh. And then my brother already did reconfirmation of what the shift was. I mean, he spoke about shifting. He spoke about everything. He reconfirmed about even me saying I do. He reconfirmed it that night, saying, I see a wedding gown, which was already spoken to me almost 4 months ago by the same person. So that's just triple confirmation. I heard it from 3 different aspects. And I'm telling you today, sow the seed. Speak it into existence. Don't let the enemy come in like a flood to your mind, because that's where he coming. The enemy trying me. Cause the enemy, I can already tell. This is the first time in my life that I've seen so much distraction trying to come and tee me off. Tee me off from the work, tee me off from the school, tee me off even from the relationship, from my baby, from my husband. And see, the enemy is doing that because you're in the right place. And I'm telling you today, that's how you know that's how you know when you're in the will. Because the enemy gonna come in and present itself. But here's the deal. Your mind and your faith has to be strong in him to know when you're already in the right, you gotta fight back. I fought back. Because he sure tried to come and get me. I said, but you know what? I'm going to continue on where I'm at. I'm not going off from where I'm at because God don't bring you this far to leave you. Does anybody feel that? He ain't going to bring you somewhere. I told you already previously more than one time. God don't bring you into something and then 6, 8 months, 2 years down the line say, oops, I'm sorry, that wasn't meant to be. My bad. That's not God. That's not God. God don't do it that way. No, if you still here and he's still blessing it and there's still favor on it months later, stay put. That's yours. I don't care what it looks like. It's yours. The enemy tried to come in like a flood, but I didn't let him have my mind because I've already been here before. I have a testimony where the enemy came in when I was on good ground and basically told me, I would choose this. Because at least this is, you can see this. Why would you go with that? I mean, I understand. Okay, so, that right there. Okay, yeah. But you can't tell. How you going to be able to tell that that's going to be there? I would choose this because then you can point, you can see this with your own natural eye. I wouldn't go with that. I go with this. And I was stupid enough because I was in my 20s. And I went with what I saw and regretted it, every bit of it, because I missed out on the best blessing. Thank God that he has came and brought me another opportunity, an opportunity better than what I've ever experienced. But I did miss out on a grand blessing, all because I couldn't see it. I let the enemy get into my mind and confuse me and persuade me that just because I didn't see as Pastor Jamal Bryant said, because I didn't see the popcorn, that it wasn't what it was, that you weren't going to get what you spoke. Well, I'm here to tell you on today, if you sow the seed, you're going to get it. You just got to sow the seed and put in the work and then speak it into existence. Don't let the enemy come in there and shut you up. Tell God thank you. Tell God thank you. Or as my big brother spoke and said about when he was referring to the woman with the issue of blood, break the root. Break it. Go and speak it. I've been doing that. Now you're right. Just like I told you last week, that's what this is a symbolism of. He didn't give this to me, this mine. But it's the symbolism that the one is going to put one right here. He's gonna give me one. It's gonna happen. I'm just breaking the root and speaking it into existence. No, his title is not husband, but it is going to be my husband. Shout out to my other half. I know he's tuning in. Thank you. Thank you, my hon, for your support. That is my biggest cheerleader and biggest supporter. I think it's because of him that this is sounding more like a sermon than an empowerment. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I do, you know very well who you are, and I thank God for you. There's nobody else like you, and I'm gonna hold on, and we are going to go through this together, and we're going to enjoy because we already got the victory. We are one. We are united as one, and there is purpose with us. Shout out to Mr. LEG. But I said all that to say this. When you go through this week, speak it into existence. Sow the seed. Yeah, it may, as he said, it don't look like the popcorn, but you know popcorn gonna come when you put the work in. It don't look like a paycheck, but guess what? You put the work in, you get the paycheck. That's what it is. So put in the effort beginning this week. Don't let the enemy come in and distract you and make you believe because you can't see it, it ain't nothing there. You crazy. You cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's imaginary. Well, that's what the enemy telling me. The enemy trying to show me, you sure that's where you supposed to be? I mean, you got these. And these, at least you know for sure, these being around for so long. I don't know if you would bank on that. But of course, where I done came from, and with my experience, I was able to look at the enemy and say, get thee behind me, Satan. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work because guess what? Guess what? First of all, God don't bring you to a milestone for no reason. Second of all, there's more that I seen in this situation, in this scenario, than I experienced in the other 3 scenarios you presented me. I'm not going backwards. I'm not going backwards. That was a promise I promised myself coming out of 24. I told God, here you go. I surrender. And God came and said, okay, well, I'm going to bring it to you. Here you go. So, I mean, I'm going to open the door for everything else, and I'm going to bring Mr. Right to you. Here you go. Because I had already gave everybody a chance. I told everybody, now, when the husband come in, he going to end up closing his door, and you ain't going to see me no more. So if you want to experience what he's about to experience, then you better run. Everybody else bowed out nicely. You're too valuable. I can't do it. I said, okay. So everybody can't say that they never got an opportunity. Okay. So when he comes, then everybody should be celebrating. Nobody should be holding any animosity or feeling any way. And that's exactly what happened. It wasn't long. It was weeks later. Mr. Right showed right up. He showed right up. And I said, see what I'm talking about? Well, y'all had your opportunity. Goodbye. So I said all that to say this. Don't let the enemy distract you. Sow into it and speak it into existence. It shall come to pass. It won't always be like this. It won't always be like this. It is going to get better. You are going to be somewhere this time next year that you never expected, but you got to put the work and effort in. You got to believe. Do like the Spirit told me personally when I came home from the revival. And I was checking on my other half as he's recovering. And my mind just was contemplating because, the enemy had been dealing with me and I was tired and just so much was going on. And the Spirit told me when I went to go tell him just a motivational encouragement, the Spirit said, just sow the seed. Don't worry about the outcome. Because as long as you sow the seed, you're going to get exactly what you are speaking into existence. If you're saying that he's it, he's it. Sow the seed. Just don't worry about whether or not you're going to hear something back in 5 seconds. Just sow the seed. The main thing is just sow the seed and put forth the effort. It'll happen. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Which, as I've told you, I don't. I don't have no confusion. What I'm feeling is anxiousness, anxiety, because my mind wants to know when he gonna do it and how he gonna do it. Ooh. But it's not confusion. I'm not confused. I know that on the inside I feel it. Something's happening. And it's happening right now. So I'm telling you on today, those who are tuning in, sow the seed and speak it into existence. For it won't always be this way. Sow the seed. Don't let the enemy come in and distract you and bring you down and shut you down and make you abandon your own victory and blessing, because your purpose, your destiny, your blessing and the favor of God is already working in your favor. Or the enemy wouldn't be trying you. He's trying you because it's already here. It's already yours, and it's happening right now. Just sow consistently into the ground. Don't worry about it, because by the time harvest time comes, which is not far off, you're going to have overflow. More than enough than you can imagine. Just sow the seed and speak it into existence. That's all you got to do. Beginning on today, go through this week and sow the seed and speak it into existence. Don't let the enemy distract you. It's already yours. Just do it. That's all. Just do it. Take the word. I'm going to say it one more time before I leave. Take it from my own personal testimony. Just sow the seed. Don't let the enemy come in and mess with your mind and say, oh, well, if you don't see it, then it ain't real. I guess it ain't real then. You believe in something imaginary. Yeah, that's what he's trying to tell me. But he's trying to get me to go backwards. And I'm not no Lot's wife. You're not going to turn me into a pillar of salt. We ain't doing that. I'm looking to things ahead. I'm pressing toward the mark of the higher calling, which is in front of me, not behind me. I'm not going backwards for nobody. It ain't worth it. What I desire is in front of me. My career, the doctor's in front of me. Okay? The license is in front of me. My husband is in front of me, not behind me. The husband didn't show up 4 years ago. I wish he would have. But then again, no, I don't wish he would. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't even ready 4 years ago. The husband is in front of me. He showed up here recently. So that's where my focus is at. Because that's where my purpose is. That's where my destiny is. Don't look back. It won't always be like this. Go through this week knowing that when I sow continuously and constantly into this, it will not be like this forever. This time next year, it's going to be something different, and wouldn't even be surprised if it's something unexpected, better than what I expected. That's what I'm believing. I already spoke it. Kelly Price gonna be coming out my mouth before the next year comes in. I looked in his eyes and I said yes. That's gonna be the song. And then the last name gonna be changing within the next year. Then there's some other thing that's gonna be happening. All because I'm speaking it into existence. It was already confirmed. There's no confusion. Only some anxiety, but that's natural. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna wait until it comes, because it's happening right now. But while I'm waiting, I'm gonna sow constantly, because then you know that you know that you know that it is yours and that it's gonna happen. So go through this week and sow it and speak it, because it won't be like this forever. It will not be like this forever. Things are changing even right now. Do you believe it? Or should I ask like this? How bad do you want it? It's yours. You've already got it. You've already got the victory. Take it. And the way you take it is sow the seed. Go put that kernel in the microwave and warm it up, because you're going to get the popcorn when you put it in there. Go put the seed in there. Go give just like I did. I gave the loving, caring woman, and in the end, the husband is coming my way. That's all it takes. Where is your faith on today? Where's yours? Just do it. Just do it. It's all right. Once you done got confirmation, there ain't nothing to stop you. There's no reason to fear, as I told you last Sunday. So this week, just do it. Sow it and speak it into existence. I speak it all the time. You hear me say, my name is Dr. Charity. I am a scholar in this field, in my career field. Business entrepreneur. And Mrs. LEG. That's the name. I'm speaking it into existence and it shall come to pass because I am sowing the seed even now. So go to this week and sow it and speak it and watch what happens because it's already yours. That's all I got for you on today. But tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. Subscribe to Lady Superwoman on YouTube. That is at Lady Superwoman 9999. That's 4 nines on YouTube for all of your weekly empowerments and motivationals. And remember as you go through this week, to sow into it, and speak it into existence. It's already yours. It's already been confirmed. Just do it. That's it. Just do it. You ain't got to see it. You just know that what I sow into, hey, like I said, I told you what my living testimony is. I'm sowing as the wife to get the husband. And my husband is on his way. My husband is not that far away. My husband is in the process of coming my way and asking for my hand. May I please? And like I said, my tune gonna be going into the new year. I looked in his eyes and I said yes. Because he proposed, as Kelly Price said. But we're gonna leave that alone. I told you. Just go this week. Speak it into existence. Sow into it and speak into it. Because you already got it. It's already been confirmed. And the victory is already yours. And it's happening right now. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.